Sandro Botticelli, Renaissance artist and mastermind behind The Birth of Venus. In the tapestry of the Italian Renaissance, few threads shine as brightly as that of Sandro Botticelli. Born Alessandro di Mariano di Vanni Filipepi in Florence in 1445, Botticelli emerged as one of the most iconic painters of his era. With works like The Birth of Venus and Primavera, he captured the ethereal beauty of mythology and human emotion, leaving a legacy that has enchanted art lovers for centuries. But Botticelli's life was not merely about painting, it was a journey of triumph, struggle, and a relentless quest for perfection. A humble beginning in the heart of Florence. Sandro Botticelli was the youngest of 4 children born to a modest tanner, Mariano Filipepi, and his wife, Smeralda. The nickname, Botticelli, meaning little barrel, was inherited from his elder brother Giovanni, whose robust physique earned the family this peculiar moniker. Growing up in Florence, a city pulsing with creativity, commerce, and political intrigue, young Sandro was immersed in a culture that revered art and innovation. Although initially apprenticed as a goldsmith under his brother Antonio, Sandro's restless creativity soon gravitated toward painting. Recognizing his potential, his father secured him a position under Fra Filippo Lippi, a revered Florentine painter. Lippi's mentorship profoundly influenced Botticelli's artistic development, particularly his ability to imbue his figures with tenderness and grace. In Lippi's workshop, Botticelli honed his craft, mastering the fine art of tempera painting and the intricate techniques required to create lifelike frescoes. The rise of a Renaissance star. Botticelli's talent quickly earned him recognition among Florence's elite. By his early 20s, he had established his own workshop, receiving commissions from wealthy patrons. His early works, including Fortitude, 1470, reflected the ideals of Renaissance humanism, blending classical themes with deeply emotional undertones. It was Botticelli's association with the powerful Medici family, however, that catapulted him to fame. Lorenzo de' Medici, known as Lorenzo the Magnificent, was a patron of the arts and an admirer of Botticelli's work. Under Lorenzo's patronage, Botticelli flourished, creating some of his most iconic pieces. The Medici Circle, a hub of poets, philosophers, and artists, exposed him to Neoplatonic ideas that celebrated the fusion of divine beauty and earthly love, concepts that became central to his art. Daily life and work habits. Botticelli's days were marked by rigorous discipline and a touch of eccentricity. He was an early riser, often beginning his work at dawn in his sunlit studio. His meticulous nature meant he would labor over details for hours, striving to perfect every brushstroke. Friends and apprentices described him as passionate and intense, often pacing his studio when inspiration struck or debating philosophical ideas with visitors. Despite his focus, Botticelli was known for his playful side. He enjoyed lively discussions about politics, religion, and art, frequently hosting gatherings at his home. He was also a keen observer of human behavior, drawing inspiration from the bustling streets of Florence. This blend of dedication and curiosity fueled his ability to create works that felt both timeless and deeply personal. Masterpieces that defined an era. In the 1480s, Botticelli reached the zenith of his career, producing a series of masterpieces that cemented his reputation. Among these, Primavera, Spring, stands out as a celebration of life and renewal. Painted for the Medici family, the piece is a symphony of mythology in nature, featuring Venus, the goddess of love, surrounded by an enigmatic array of figures. Its intricate symbolism continues to captivate scholars and art enthusiasts alike. Shortly after, Botticelli unveiled The Birth of Venus, perhaps his most famous work. Depicting the goddess Venus emerging from the sea on a shell, the painting is a masterpiece of grace and fluidity. Its ethereal quality, achieved through delicate brushwork and harmonious composition, set a new standard for Renaissance art. Unlike many of his contemporaries, who sought to mimic the physical realism of the human form, Botticelli emphasized beauty and emotion, creating works that felt otherworldly. A complex personality and personal challenges. Botticelli was a man of contradictions. While celebrated for his art, he was also deeply introspective, wrestling with questions of faith and purpose. In the later years of his life, his worldview was profoundly influenced by the fiery sermons of Girolamo Savonarola, a Dominican friar who denounced the excesses of the Renaissance. Botticelli's works from this period, such as the mystical Nativity, reflect a shift toward religious introspection and apocalyptic themes. Though a celebrated artist, Botticelli faced financial difficulties in his later years. The changing tastes of the early 16th century, dominated by artists like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, overshadowed his more delicate style. Yet, despite these challenges, he remained devoted to his craft, continuing to paint and teach until his death. Fascinating stories and legacy. Botticelli's life was not without its quirks. According to legend, he never married, claiming that the idea of matrimony weighed too heavily on his artistic spirit. His unrequited love for a woman named Simonetta Vespucci, considered one of the most beautiful women in Florence, is said to have inspired many of his depictions of Venus. Another intriguing story involves Botticelli's request to be buried at the feet of Simonetta Vespucci in Florence's Church of Ognissanti. While the authenticity of their relationship remains a mystery, his final resting place fulfills this peculiar wish, adding a layer of romanticism to his legacy. Today, Botticelli is celebrated as one of the greatest artists of the Renaissance. His works, rediscovered in the 19th century, continue to captivate audiences worldwide. From the delicate folds of Venus's robe to the vibrant blooms of Primavera, his art invites viewers to step into a world where beauty reigns supreme. The enduring magic of Botticelli. Sandro Botticelli's life was a testament to the power of creativity and the enduring impact of art. He rose from humble beginnings to become a luminary of the Renaissance, crafting masterpieces that transcended time and culture. His unique ability to blend mythology, humanism, and divine beauty left an indelible mark on the world, ensuring his place among history's greatest artists. Botticelli's story reminds us that art is not merely a reflection of the world but a way of shaping it, a lesson as timeless as his works.